The expression, how do we spice up our life, often refers to going to drugs and alcohol or taking other like short-term pleasures. However, if you feel sick, tired and unwell most of the times, perhaps it is time to spice up your health. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the amazing power that rests in herbs and spices that has the power to boost and spice up your health. They say variety is the spice of life. It is very true that herbs and spices add flavors, aromas and tastes to the foods we consume. However, their power and potential is not limited just to that. They actually have the potential to spice up your health. See, we live in an era where there is a rising avalanche of inflammatory conditions. These are called chronic inflammatory diseases. And the four big ones, they're called the big four, are referred to as cardiovascular diseases, obesity, strokes, and cancers. And perhaps the food that we consume is contributing to the inflammation that is the driving force behind all of these inflammatory conditions. Now, I make specific reference in this video to this study which was published in September of 2021 in the reputed American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. In this study, the researchers took 71 participants and assessed the effect of a standard American diet, also called the SAD diet, in one group that had no herbs and spices added to it, whereas the other group had herbs and spices besides their usual diet. And what they were assessing was the control or the effect the addition of herbs and spices had on blood pressure and cholesterol, which are two of the key predictors or indicators of cardiovascular health. And I'll come straight to the conclusion, and what they found was that in the group that took spices and herbs, they produced a much lower blood pressure. And guess what? The number one risk factor for cardiovascular diseases and stroke is blood pressure. So there are some key benefits of spices, and towards the end of the video I will refer to the 3 key spices that I will share with you. Spices and herbs in specific create 2 key benefits in our system. Number 1, they reduce inflammation in the body. Now, inflammation does not necessarily mean inflammation of the joints or a bit of fatigue and things like that. Now, inflammation is considered to be the main driver for not only the 4 conditions that I just mentioned before, but also neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's, attention deficit disorder, both in kids and in adults, where it is called neuroinflammation. The second key benefit of herbs and spices is that they are very gut friendly. They not only enhance digestion by producing more enzymes, but they are also soothing for the gut by way of reducing bloating, nausea. They also serve as prebiotics, which is basically fiber for the gut bacteria, and very importantly, that in turn reduces the inflammation in the body. So here are my top 3 herbs and spices that you can start using from today, and that can start to enhance not only your gut health but also reduce the inflammation in the body. Spice number 1 is ginger. Now, ginger is very commonly found in shopping centers and fruit and vegetable stores. It has got significant advantages as far as gut health goes, reduces nausea, reduces the feeling of bloating, very effective in morning sickness, but also it enhances the quality of saliva, which is a very important digestive juice required to digest the food that we consume, and also the bile. Ginger can be had as tea, it can be as a ground ginger, or the way I love it is you can chop up the ginger into fine slices and mix it in vinegar and store it, and it can be used for as long as you like. Number 2 is the turmeric. This is the golden spice, the spice that gives the yellow color to the curries. Turmeric itself has been studied extensively for its anti-inflammatory properties. It is also very, very beneficial for the gut microbiome, where it has a prebiotic effect. Very importantly, turmeric reduces pain and inflammation, and it can be had in soups. It can be had also in your curries, but very importantly and very fashionably, you could also have it as a golden latte. The third spice that I have is called cinnamon. Now, cinnamon is known for its beautiful, sweet flavor. It is very powerful in producing an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory effect in the body because it is rich in polyphenols. The sad part is cinnamon is generally combined with sugar, such as cinnamon rolls and other bakery items, which do not eventually have a beneficial effect. Cinnamon is best had as tea. You can sprinkle it on your food, and very importantly, you can have it in smoothies as well. So I hope you found this video useful, and perhaps share it with your friends and family and remind them that it is perhaps time to spice up their health.